Have you ever wondered what is the meaning of computer memory's SSD and HDD? If yes, this video is just for you. And if not, you should, because your needs will dictate which storage device will work best for you. You see, SSDs and HDDs form the majority of today's digital memory storage forms as a result of their production being commercially viable. Most of the devices we use today come with HDD and/or SSD, such as mobile phones and laptops. So stay tuned to find out more later in this video alongside other interesting facts about computer memory. So firstly, HDD stands for hard disk drive, whilst SSD stands for solid state drive. Before we go into the details of HDD and SSD, it is important to note that all computers need a storage device, and that HDD and SSD are both storage devices that maintain stored data when the device is turned off. Unlike another type of computer memory that you may have heard of, known as RAM, or random access memory. You see, RAM does not store data once the computer is switched off, and this term is known as volatile. You may think of this as analogous to something temporary, and therefore reasons for the word random in the extended term random access memory. On the contrary, HDD and SSD store data even when the computer is turned off, and this is termed as non-volatile, which is analogous to permanent, and therefore reasons for the terms hard and solid in the extended terms hard disk drive and solid state drive, respectively. So is a SSD a hard drive? SSDs are not hard drives. Though both SSDs and HDDs serve the same purpose of storing data on your computer, SSDs rely on flash memory, making them faster, more durable, and last longer than HDDs, which rely on spinning disks and other moving parts to work. The difference between HDD and SSD is in the technology used to store and retrieve data. The most obvious visual difference to note is that unlike HDDs, SSDs contain no moving parts. SSDs rely on an embedded processor or brain and interconnected flash memory chips, whilst HDDs rely on magnetic disks. And here's a bonus tip for you. SSDs do not store data magnetically, so the read performance remains steady regardless of where the data is stored on the drive. SSDs also have lower latency, meaning they are faster than HDDs, and therefore are often favored to store critical data that needs to be accessed quickly and for applications with high input-output demand. SSDs are configured to deliver high read-write speeds with faster boot times than HDD. A benefit to HDDs is that they are cheaper and you get more storage space. However, SSDs are much faster, smaller, and lighter, more compact, durable, and energy or power efficient. Before we summarize what we learned today, here are some tips of what amount of storage might suit you best based on your needs. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. So generally, 16 to 64 gigabytes of storage is one of the lowest starting ranges, which is typically found in older and smaller devices. Between 128 to 256 gigabytes is generally an entry point for devices such as laptops or computers. However, around 500 gigabytes and above of storage data is typically considered decent for an average user. Users can most likely store all their media within this much space. Individuals with games that take up a lot of space should find between 1 and 2 terabytes of storage data suitable. Anything more than 2 terabytes of storage space is suitable for users who work with high-resolution files, who need to store or house a large amount of data, or who want to use the space for backups and redundancy. To summarize what we've learned today, upgrading to a SSD is a great way to speed up your computer and make it more resilient. The flash memory inside an SSD means that data is written, transferred, and erased electronically and silently inside an integrated circuit. Without moving parts, SSDs are fast and quiet, but they have a high price tag compared to HDDs. It is because of these benefits and that HDDs are more vulnerable to breakdowns that HDDs are now starting to be replaced by SSDs. However, even though most PC users have started to favor SSDs, HDDs are still more used frequently to store large amounts of data. In part, this is because SSDs are more expensive than HDDs from a price per gigabyte standpoint. Many enterprise storage arrays ship with a mix of HDDs and SSDs to reduce the costs whilst providing better performance. So is a SSD better than an HDD? An SSD is usually faster, quieter, and has longer lifespan than the average HDD. HDDs are prone to fragmentation and failure due to their moving parts. SSDs, as their name implies, are solid devices that are shock resistant and thus more durable. SSDs are a better choice for building gaming PCs because the data speeds help games load faster. But HDDs are more affordable and can often offer more storage capacity for the same amount of money. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.